The Tractor and Implement Division of Ford Motor Company proudly presents the Ford 6000. The marks of a blue ribbon winner are stamped on the lines of the 6000 end to end. Here is size, weight, power, endurance. And this champion's papers are stamped by the huge resources of the total Ford organization that went into the building of a big tractor for today and for tomorrow. Big investment, big scale engineering and production have been characteristic of Ford from the beginning. The conception, design, and development of a big new tractor takes resources like these: special testing and proving facilities, gigantic new parts warehouse, vast production facilities specially built for the new 6000. All these facilities, all the skill of Ford research and engineering were invested in the development of the giant new 6000 to bring today's farmer the tractor of tomorrow. In the Ford tradition, the big new tractor is designed with an extra measure of blue ribbon quality, extra power, extra ability, exclusive features. Power. More power. And still more power. Selecto-speed transmission, years ahead of the field. No one else can shift up or down through all gear selections on the go like this, from any speed to any speed. The most modern power takeoff in the industry. Power Store, a revolutionary new accumulator hydraulic system. Weight for traction. Over 10,000 pounds when fully weighted. Massive, extra heavy cast iron front end for stability. 38-inch wheels. 3-point linkage. Lower link draft control. New multi-troll feature. Choose draft control or set the lever for a job-matching combination in between draft control and implement position control. The convenience of full-range power adjustable rear wheels. The ease of power steering. The effortless control of wet disc power brakes. The security of a transmission lock for parking, with engine running or off. Choice of 3 front ends, choice of 3 fuels. Balanced design, full-length side rails. Durability, economy in operation, in time saving. Modern, practical styling. Today's farmer knows better than anyone that the farm job today is a big job and getting bigger all the time. And the way things are, every man on the land has to get the most out of a day's work. Comfort, convenience. When a man's going to work all day long on a big job, he needs a machine under him that will do everything he calls on it to do. He needs a horse he can ride, a big machine. The big new Ford 6000 is designed to put out power, willingly, wholeheartedly, in abundance. When you settle into the comfortable foam seat, you can feel the easy, effortless surge of massive pulling power. You relax. Ahead you have a wide field of vision. Under you, a machine that will pull. Here's the kind of power you need and expect, the power to do big jobs. Here's more power than you ordinarily use, power with a reserve available when you need it, and also the kind of assist power that makes work easier. There's weight on the 6000, weight where it counts for stability and traction, for strength, heavy framing, including thick steel frame rails running the full length of the tractor. Rear wheels are solid cast iron. Wheel discs alone weigh over 400 pounds on each side. And up front, there's more than 600 pounds of solid cast iron sitting over the wheels to give you a total of 2,000 pounds for front end stability. 6-cylinder engines in diesel, gas, or LP feature a strong, rigid block with sidewalls extending well below the center line of the forged steel crankshaft. Massive cast iron oil pan. 6 cylinders, 6 big cylinders with Ford's famous short stroke design. Pour a Niagara of power to the rear wheels with the famous economy that makes Ford the standard by which others are judged. It takes a great transmission to make the most of the 6000's tremendous power. Ford's exclusive and famous Selecto Speed was specially designed to give the 6000 a transmission that no other tractor will match for years to come. Selecto Speed, the greatest tractor advancement since hydraulics, is years ahead of the industry. Say you're pulling a baler and run into a slug. You just use Selecto Speed to work your way through and then speed up for the rest of the windrow. The power of the 6000 puts out mountains of bales with the big Ford 350 baler. With Selecto Speed, you can quickly select the best rate of forward travel to get the maximum capacity from forage harvesters, combines, balers, and other PTO implements. For each application, you simply pick the gear ratio that obtains the highest performance and the greatest possible economy. Here's the most modern power takeoff in the industry. Completely independent PTO, ground drive PTO, 540 and 1000 RPM, each at a choice of 2 engine speeds to provide for the greatest economy and efficiency. The operator can select the lower engine speed, 1730 RPM, which offers power economically for lighter work with either 540 or 1000 RPM implements. This gives greater economy where power requirements are not excessive. For heavier work requiring full power of the engine, a higher engine speed, 2225 RPM, provides the extra power to get the big jobs done. Independent PTO that may be engaged or disengaged at any time, whether the tractor is moving or stopped, and ground drive PTO make the new 6000 tractor completely versatile for any PTO job you want to do. The 1000 RPM power takeoff at either 1730 or 2225 engine speed makes the most of the power and economy in the big 6000. It's designed for the standards of today and the future. But naturally, there will be a great many 540 implements used with this tractor, so provision is made for easy conversion. It's simple to go from 1000 to 540 RPM or back again. It takes only a few minutes to change the shaft. Straight through for 1000 RPM or step down for 540, the shaft comes out the same place. You can use implements designed for either speed. The components in the 6000 are designed as a team, to work as a team. Engine, Selecto Speed transmission, and power takeoff team up to make a torrent of power available at all times to control and apply that power when, where, and as it's needed, in the amounts required to do the job efficiently and economically. You expect big power in a big tractor like the 6000, and you get it. But you expect more than power in a new tractor from Ford, and you get it. Watch this. With the engine off, a touch of your finger is all it takes to raise a 5-bottom plow with hydraulic power that's stored and ready for instant use, whether the tractor engine is running or not. The Power Store hydraulic system of the 6000 is a revolutionary first from Ford, the company that pioneered hydraulics in farm tractors. The accumulator is a simple, ingenious method of storing hydraulic power. A cylinder containing a free piston is charged with an inert gas. The oil in the red hydraulic lines is under pressure. Oil in the blue lines is not. The pump fills the accumulator with hydraulic oil to a pressure of 2,250 pounds per square inch. When the accumulator is full, an unloading valve at the pump opens, and the pump simply turns over with no load instead of draining away engine horsepower. When you call for power, you've got it instantly. Hydraulic pressure from the accumulator provides the hydraulic power that you need. When the reserve of stored power gets down to 1,900 pounds per square inch, the unloading valve at the pump closes and the pump delivers the added power for the job. When the hydraulic needs are filled, oil from the pump builds up your reserve again. When you need hydraulic power, you have it for immediate response for all hydraulic needs. The Ford Power Store hydraulic system provides the high instantaneous horsepower required to control implements, leaves more horsepower to go to work at the rear wheels, more horsepower pulling at the rear end. And you have live hydraulics. You have reserve hydraulic power immediately available. All the power you need for as long as you need it for brakes and control of implements. The 6000 is equipped with a swinging drawbar and will handle any pull type or power takeoff implement commonly in use on farms today. This tractor has Category 2 3-point linkage. Implements, both old and new, with Category 1 hitches, can be easily converted to attach to the 6000. No 3-point equipment is made obsolete by the new tractor. The 6000 has a lower link draft control system. At the operator's fingertips is a touch control lever to raise, lower, or set the implement at operating depth. The new multi-troll provides a choice of position control or draft control, or a job-matching combination between the two. So the implement works smoothly and steadily according to the draft or position requirements of the job. The 6000 has a new remote control valve that lets you actuate and operate remote cylinders on implements front or rear. This is standard equipment and permits the use of single or double action remote cylinders. You expect power. You expect big 38-inch wheels on a big tractor. Here's something you don't expect. Rear wheels power adjustable without manhandling. How would you like to adjust rear wheels this simply? Just loosen the nuts, position the stop, and run the tractor. Use tractor power to set the wheels. You can go through the full range of tread width from 56 to 90 inches all the way without taking the wheels off, without ever handling the wheel or tire and rim. You can do this only with the 6000. It's standard and exclusive. A separate hydraulic pump provides power for full power steering. You have the quick, accurate control you want in jobs like cultivating. You save time and energy at the end of the row as you turn with full and easy control. With power steering and power brakes, you brake and turn with easy rhythm and make a good square corner when you want to. Power hydraulic brakes are standard with the 6000. These are wet disc brakes, velvet smooth, practically indestructible because they run in oil and get continuous cooling. Everything you do with the 6000 is done more efficiently. That's the way the tractor is designed. It starts with the famous Ford 3-point attachment of implements, which has become the standard of the industry. Modern design lets you mount the 6000 safely from either side on a convenient step plate to a roomy, non-skid platform. You have no obstructions, levers, pedals, or anything else to trip over as you sink into the comfortable foam-cushioned contour seat. Your instruments and controls are placed in the most convenient and useful grouping you've ever seen on a tractor. For night operation, you pull the light switch and you have soft glow electroluminescent instrument lighting, which reduces night blindness and provides clearer visibility of the instruments. On the 6000, you're up high, up out of the dust. The tapered hood provides excellent visibility, a good clear view of the terrain ahead. You don't have to lean overboard to see. The air scoop is up front and up high on the tractor, where there's less dust for your big oil bath air cleaner to handle. The 6000 handles perfectly. In action, the balanced design of the machine gives you the rigidity and stability of a battleship, along with the easy maneuverability of a PT boat. When you've been working a while, you may want to change position. You can. Just tilt the seat back, tip the steering wheel forward to a locked position. In perfect comfort, you can stand and steer on the broad, roomy platform. You have the safety and protection of large fenders, standard on the 6000. 3 front-end options are available: row crop duals, single front wheel, and the wide adjustable front axle with a new telescopic design. Give a man a horse he can ride. Through the ages, that's been the demand of men faced with a big, tough job. A horse you can ride. A machine that measures up to the job and more. The total resources of Ford went into the production of a tractor to mark a big new step in the farm tractor field with a series of revolutionary firsts and exclusives. Plenty of weight and power. Selecto-speed transmission, an exclusive feature. Standard equipment at no extra cost. The most modern power takeoff system in the farm tractor industry. Exclusive. Power Store hydraulic system. Exclusive. 3-point linkage. Lower link draft control. New multi-troll. Variable draft control plus position control. Wide range power adjusted wheels. Exclusive and standard. Power steering. Standard. Wet disc power brakes. Standard. Fold back seat and big protective fenders. Standard. 2-position steering wheel. Exclusive. Soft glow electroluminescent lighting. Exclusive. Balanced design, modern good looks. Practical styling with comfort, safety, and convenience. Built by Ford, designed with Ford experience, with Ford reliability, backed by the Ford warranty. The warranty written for your security. The engineering of the 6000, the design of these features and pioneering firsts add up to a giant step in the relentless press of agriculture to achieve more, do more faster, more efficiently. Make the most of the machine's time in the fields and make the most of the time of the man behind the wheel. The 6000 is marking the trail into the future